YouTube. My name is Ty with the Dividend Stock King, and right now I'm doing a quick video on this post that I've seen on X. And it's a really good post, and this should be the post of 2026. Today is December 15th, 2025, and 2026 should be the year we buy investments. Okay, no longer that. Back when I was growing up, the only way you could make money, well, the stock market wasn't a thing when I was growing up. The only way to make money and assets is buy properties. Those days are still here, but they're not required. Today's time, you can literally buy an ETF that pays you once a month, once a week. Then they got a fund that pays twice a week. Buy assets using your 9 to 5 income to eventually escape the 9 to 5. This is the way. This is one of the ways. Use your 9 to 5. I wish more people would do it. Use your 9 to 5 paycheck to buy assets so you can escape the 9 to 5. Or not even skip the 9 to 5 if you were to lose your 9 to 5. If you were to lose your 9 to 5 due to whatever happens, company gets bought out or the company falls, they lay off, times get tight, you have a secondary income to support you. As of right now, I make about averaging $2,400 a month. $2,400 a month. Last month was $2,000. That was low, but usually around $2,400 a month is typically why I make averaging. The summertime it was more. The summertime was like $33,000, $3,200 a month. So my thing is this: and if I lose my job today, I have money coming in to pay bills. I'm not stranded. I'm not applying to jobs every chance I get. I have money coming in to pay bills, to put food on the table. I got money for all those things. So it's a lifeline. It's a security blanket just in case something were to happen, right? I also want to say this: we should use our 9 to 5 income to buy assets. Buy assets. That's our number one thing to do in 2026 is to buy assets, right? Now, another thing he can add to this post, well, I would add not only to buy assets, but pay off debt and don't accumulate debt. That's another one we could do also. To buy assets and you pay down bad debt, whether it's student loans, credit card, a medical bill, any sort of debt, we should pay that off and have it done for the rest of our lives, right? We use it also with buying assets. But buying assets for me is number one. Buying assets for me changed my family's life because I have income coming in that I can use. And then if you don't need the money, you can always reinvest it back into the fund. Buying assets change your mindset. Over a certain amount of time, when you see that first $10 and $20, $30, $50 a month or a week, you're like, man, what if I can make $100 a week or $300 a week or $500 a week? What if I could just say to $100 a week where it pays my light bill? If you're single, it pays my light bill or it pays my cell phone bill. Imagine having that kind of mindset. And then your mindset will change. You'll go from a consumer mindset, I'm always buying things, to a producer. Then you're not producing anything, but you not be such a consumer mindset. You be a mindset that I'm buying the things I need, some things I want, but I'd rather to invest. Keep on investing. Because in the long run, that will help me, right? I'm not one of the people who believe in you must pay off debt first before you invest, or you got to pay off debt first. I don't believe in that. I think you can walk into bubble gum. You can pay bills and debt while investing. And in today's investing, you can put in $1, $5. And I said this in the past. If you have a Roth IRA and a brokerage account, you're better off than 80% of people on the planet. In my personal opinion. Not saying that's everybody's thing, but in my personal opinion, you're better off than 80% of people. I did my last video, 59% of Americans They got $1,000 in savings for emergency, and you hear having a brokerage account and a Roth account as well. So why when you're investing and buying assets, your mindset will change. You will change the way you buy things. You will change it. You won't buy a full $500 pair of shoes or a $300 pair of shoes. I said, you know what? I'd rather buy. I'd rather spend 160, 170, and get two pair of decent Nikes and put the rest of that money into buying assets. Cause that will benefit me long term. Cause these shoes are not gonna last forever. These shoes are not gonna last forever. Instead of buying food at the cafeteria at my job, I spend $10 to $12 3 times a week, which is like 30, almost $40. I could have packed my lunch and took that $40 and invested it. This is what happened to me. Give you a short version of the story. I was bowling one night and I was hungry. Now I had some food at home, but I didn't want the food at home. I wanted some chicken wings, right? Bought the chicken wings from the place, brought it home. It was disgusting. It was not great at all. It was overcooked. And then chicken wings, if you overcook it and it's hard to eat, it's dried out. It was dry. I ate about 8 to 9 pieces, and I bought a 20 piece. I only half of it. And my mom was saying I could have took that same. It was like back then. It was like $21. I could take $21 and bought an ETF that pays me once a week and ate at home, and that would change. What back then was monthly. I could have bought me a monthly ETF that pays me every month, and came home, ate what's at home, and saved that $20. Now I bought some at $20. The food wasn't even good. It wasn't even worth it. Then you see how the mindset would start to change. You will buy things you need here and there. But you doesn't go out crazy because you want to invest. Let your investments buy these things. Let your investments buy your clothes, buy your shoes. You understand what I'm saying? Get your dividends going. And instead of, again, real estate hard to get into, but you could buy an ETF. You could buy an exchange traded fund or a stock that pays monthly or weekly. And then again, and my Roth IRA is full of assets. It's full of income producing assets. And both my Roth and my brokerage account, and my kids' account, income producing assets, and my wife's account, and her retirement, and her brokerage, both the same thing. And we want income producing assets. And I'm teaching my son now, instead of buying toys, and then run buying stuff that you want, but I told my son, make sure that you invest first. Invest that money, because that money, you buy a stock today in your account that will pay you for the rest of the thing about pay for the rest of your life. You'll get a payment from them once a month. The basis out once a month for the rest of your life. When you're my age, you still get paid. When you're older than me, when you're 50 years old, you're still getting this money. So that's more important than buying this toy that you'll play with a few, 3-4 months, and you're done with it, right? So I'm teaching my son that, but I'm not saying don't buy the toy. I'm saying I don't care. You invest $5, $10. Put that money to work. Let your money work and then buy assets, and you will benefit over time. The people who have money, who are wealthy, they have assets. They have things that pay them money. And the ETF and stocks is the easiest to get into, because now, like, you got to buy a rental property and you're 3.5% down, and you made some repairs. Then you got to find a good tenant, and then you have to, fix things that may come up or in repairs. There's none of that stuff here. You can simply open a Robinhood account and deposit $10, and you can buy whatever you want. I can get financial advice, and you can start accumulating. And you bought your first asset. That simple. It's that simple and that easy. And over 5 or 6 years, then I'm transitioning to think about going to real estate. I got the dividends going. I know how it works. I know a reinvestment. Now I'm thinking about, you know what? And nothing wrong getting 1-2 properties out of my belt in our portfolio to diversify. Because I had the stocks, and I know how money goes. I know how to invest money. I know how to invest money. I know how to save money. I know how to prioritize investing. So my mindset has changed from a consumer. I'm still a consumer of some things, but it's less consuming. It's more